All right, welcome on in. So we are doing something really cool tonight here at Sports360AZ.com, the backstory, and we have the whole gang here. We have a gaggle of 360ers, which is kind of fun. We've got Devon Henry, we've got Jordan Ham, we've got Eric Sorensen, we have Sandy Charles. Guys, about 10 days ago, we decided, or I thought it'd be a good idea, ran it by you guys, that the National Football Foundation Valley of the Sun chapter Scholar Athlete Banquet is the premier event in the Valley every year, and it got wiped out by COVID-19. So I guess, Sandy, I'll just start with you, when I said, let's do this show, we'll put it on Fox Sports Arizona, which, by the way, is airing the show for the first time in about 12 minutes at 6 p.m. We're actually going to tell you to go over and watch channel 686 or 1034. It will stream here on sports360az.com at some point. We're just catching on Facebook Live right now, but at some point. But Sandy, when I told you about this, what was your initial thought?
It's cool. It's awesome to give these young athletes the recognition that they deserve. So, of course, I was all in, of course.
No hesitation, Jordan, right?
None. Yeah, I've been to a lot of these banquets. I've watched your thing as the MC for multiple years and have seen really quickly how important this event is, and it recognizes things on the field but off the field, what these guys are doing. Just over the years, it's been so many impressive stories of guys just finding ways to thrive on and off the field. And it's a really good group of people that put it on. So yeah, this was a no-brainer when we heard, this was a potential option to try to do what we can and recognize these athletes.
Eric, what about your end? Because you are a deep dive guy, not that Sandy and Jordan aren't, but you like to deep dive into stories about players. This event and what it means for you to jump in on it when I first threw it at you.
Amazing. I love the fact, Brad, that not only does it cover the big schools, it covers the small schools. There are student athletes from Baghdad High School. There are student athletes from Sedona Red Rock High School. There's a student athlete from Mingus Union High School. It encompasses not just the Valley, but the northern part of Arizona and the parts in between. And I think there are so many great stories to tell and so many amazing student athletes that are doing great things, as Jordan mentioned, not just on the field, but the work that they're doing, not only at their school, but also in their community. And those kids need to be given kudos for what they've done.
Okay, this show takes place in about 9 minutes over on Fox Sports Arizona. The next person that you're going to see and hear from is Devon Henry. Without Devon Henry, this show doesn't happen. It doesn't mean that without Jared Nielsen behind the scenes, chairman of the board, who's been there, the Iron Man, or Sandy Charles, or Eric, or Jordan. Devon, on Friday night, it's like 9:30, and he's texting, and we're going back and forth as he's trying to polish up this show. And you've just been the rock star through all this and this is your first one, right? You've not seen this event before, correct?
No, I've not been to this event. Coming from the Northwest side, a lot of things in the East Valley I do happen to miss out on. But no, I mean, it's not like this is an event where if you don't live on the East Side or you don't go to some of those Chandler schools, you don't know about it. This is a big event. This is a stardom type of event here that we get the opportunity to spotlight so many students on Brad Sessman Football AZ or on AZ Audible, so on and so forth. But, I mean, this right here, it gives such an outstanding opportunity to not just young athletes, but also their families to recognize these athletes are so large. When you look all the way down the list, it's not just the Jake Martinelli who gets that large award. It's everyone all the way down through it. And so when you first told me about this project that we were going to try to do, man, I was excited. I'm like, okay, so how do we get these 60 plus scholar athletes the recognition that they deserve when an event of this magnitude gets canceled? And it's been fun to make. It's been difficult to make, but man, I just hope that everyone who watches it is able to look at the hard work that this group of 6 right here put together, including Jared Nielsen, who you can't really see on the live stream right now. But I mean, the amount of work that went into this was just absolutely incredible. Of that, everyone gets to kind of understand that and really enjoys the show.
Okay. So we have to give Devon like a grade here on that. He upped his game he's got the suit jacket. Like Jordan,
it's an award show.
Jordan, you're the pop culture guy. I mean, Sandy, Eric, can we give a grade here on Devon for the award show tonight?
You know what? I like the jacket. I like the hair. I know kind of a little longer.
It's a knockoff of you.
But it's a good look for Dev. I think he's stepping his game up. It's nice. You know, I would imagine some of us are in basketball shorts right now under where the shot is. But Devin,
that may or not include me as well.
It's an outfit
Sandy
mold.
basketball shorts. There you go. Sandy, you worked on I don't want to give away the whole show, and it starts here in like 6 minutes, but the piece that you worked on, you can talk in depth about it because it's an athlete who did so much, not just on the field, but off of it.
Yeah, that's correct. And I don't know if I should say his name or not, but he is one of my favorite that I got to cover last year on and off the field. You can see he's not just football, how high his football IQ is, but his life IQ. And when I didn't even know this before interviewing him, but the formula is 40 what they do on the field, 40 what they do in the classroom, and then 20 in customer service. I meant in the community. Yeah. 20% they do in the community. And he just went off about what he does in the community and how if his phone rings and they ask him to do something, he's there. And so that was something he was really passionate about. And I'm excited for everyone to see tonight. I'm surprised. He said it's good to be recognized and he feels appreciated.
Yeah, no, it's really a strong piece. Eric, you worked on athletes, not just one athlete. Talk a little bit about what your role was tonight and what people will see.
Well, I sort of did before this event was canceled, I did a lot of the back work on the program.
He wrote it, basically.
As an assist to Bill and Janie Riddle from the National Football Foundation. But I edited and put together the 2 interviews that you did, one with Mark Tucker, longtime Hamilton offensive line coach, talk about someone that's doing great things in the community. He's a Phoenix firefighter. He's active not only at school but away from school. And also Bill and Janie Riddle, 2 people that are being honored, that were supposed to be honored this year. They're kind of the lifeblood of this event, and they take so much satisfaction in honoring these high school student athletes. If you've been to any Valley Luna, go walk around their lobby. You will see plaques and pictures and photos and awards and trophies going all the way back many, many, many years in regards to high school football in the state of Arizona. And it's just been cool to be a part of this process. And I couldn't have done it without any of you guys' help. And Devin, I would say your look is a good look. You sort of look like you're coming out of like the late 70s, early 80s, but you.
Oh, wow.
And no, that's kind of where it's coming from.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? Old
70s, 80s Vegas look.
Yeah, it is. It's good.
The Mark Tucker Award, by the way, it is actually the Frank Cush Lifetime Achievement Award. It's a Lifetime Achievement Award for Mark, and you'll see and hear something really powerful that he spoke about. And then Bill and Janie Riddle are getting the Distinguished Arizonans Award. And those 2, as Eric said, have put in more. They've done more for the community with the Fiesta Bowl and high school football. And it's not just football when you walk into their lobby. It's literally hundreds of youth teams that they've sponsored through the years. And I think that, for me, is why this is the signature event, bar none, when it comes to high school in the Valley. It's truly about the kids. It truly is about the GPA. Scholar, athlete. Usually we hear about numbers of catches and touchdowns, and that's important. It's fine. But it's not what the GPA says. And the GPA is something that you can take with you the rest of your life. You can always say, I was all region. You can always say that. But not very many people can say, I was a Valley of the Sun chapter scholar, athlete, award winner. And Devon took the time to put, what is it, Dev, 60 names that you put together for this list that the NFF provided us?
More than, yes.
Yeah. Brad, I think it also should be noted that there are also 3 college student athletes, one from NAU, one from Arizona State, and one from Ottawa, who are also being recognized. And that's a really cool thing. And just getting back real quick to the work that Bill and Janie Riddle, they gave me a spreadsheet when this all started. And it was the most meticulously done spreadsheet. They had every single student athlete with their weighted and unweighted GPA, all their activities, both in the classroom and away from school, as well as their football accomplishments. It must have taken them hours to go through 60 plus student athletes and reach out to coaches and do all the background work. So this event takes many, many months to plan.
And it took us about 2 weeks to put it together. There's an award tonight, the Hat Award, and it's a player out at Highland High School, but the Hat Award is a special award that they'll get into a little bit later on in the program. And it's an award that is much more than just even the GPA, because it involves the hustle part of the game of football, which is so important. And that is an award that Eric Widmark, longtime sports executive in the Valley, put together years ago. He's part of the executive board for the NFF. And so the Hat Award is a big part of tonight as well. Sandy, when you look back on this project, I know that you worked specifically on Jake, so maybe this is a better overall question. When you go out and you cover a high school player and you're at high school games, you did the state finals this year, you did it for Fox Sports Arizona and for the AIA. When you get across a player that you're interviewing and it is on the academic side, are they wired just a bit differently than just the stats and the numbers, do you find?
100%. In the way they answer questions is completely different, and the way that they look at the field and everything is completely different. You can tell from the minute they open their mouths in their first sentence that they excel in the classroom.
That's good. That's good. We are going to step aside for now because the show is starting over on Fox Sports Arizona. You can check it out on channel 686 and also 1034. All the content, all the awards winners will be here on sports360AZ.com over the next few days. Thanks for being with us. Enjoy the night. Enjoy the show.